Hey there, I'm Critsy. Welcome back to Sorcery. Last time I was considering moving back to where we were over here, but then I looked at how much work would be involved with that, and I decided to save it until after I've seen this route through a little bit at least. This route where I've taken guard armor, and see, what I'm thinking is it would have been nice if I made a contact with that person who was like robbing goblins, right? Because a ne'er-do-well in the city of a sorcerer king is a good do-gooder in my eyes. So I'm regretting that a little bit. I'm also regretting that somebody is fucking died, and I'm regretting that the Archmage knows I'm here. So, but for now, I must find a place to sleep for the night, and I don't know, is there any place I even can sleep, or like, I could go back to the monastery, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can take a nap in the monastery. Wider road, night has fallen, you need to rest. I have not slept in several days, actually. I do need to rest. Monastery of FA, it's closed for the night. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna see if I can take a nap in here, I guess. I'm gonna go into the field, see what's up in here. Door slams shut behind me. With the door, you peer over the door. It's solid, but seems in good repair, although used fairly frequently. It does not appear to be locked. Open the door. Get it open. And find it open but stiff. Alright. Move through the grass. I want to see what's going on. Not going to go through the field itself. I'm going to try to see if I can find a place to nap out here. You walk through the long grass, then something large slithers over your foot. Hopping back, you see a large snake disappear into the grass, into the wheat. Back away. You back away from the snake, and the stalks close around you. Where did it go? That's fine. Just a snake. It's just a slithering guy. You stride onwards through the field of wheat. The spire stands in front of you, as high as an ancient tree, but impossibly thin. How can it stay upright? At the base of the opening, at the base is an opening just large enough to enter. Go inside or move around? Oh wait, no, I'm gonna go inside the spire. The night air is freezing cold. Your breath freezes on your lips. Weak moonlight filters in from above, but the ceiling is shrouded from view. There is no floor, but the grass underfoot is pale and short. At the center of the room is a small shrine, a cut stump of wood on which stands a tiny clay idol. Interesting. Approach the shrine. What is that? You approach the shrine with cautious reverence. A hefty tree stump has been carried here and carefully cut and sanded. The idol on top is unpainted clay. The idol is small enough that you need to squat to see it. Roughly made, with pits and defects, it is human-shaped, clutching a sword that points towards the ground. It lacks a face and is unnaturally cold to the touch, though it drank your warmth. Bet it's me. Bet that's an idol to me. I'm gonna come here save everyone. Yeah. You kneel down to pray at the shrine. Your mind empties and you hear whispering from far below. The earth shifts slightly as the gorilla recoils from the presence in the narrow room. Words are coming unbidden to your mind. I do recall hearing about... Yeah, the ghosts did talk about running under the earth. Rivers of Dead or something like that. The gorilla recoils from the presence in the narrow room. I don't want to lose the gorilla. I don't want to lose my gorilla friend. It's been with me the whole time. The gorilla. Whisper the words, see what happens. You murmur the words in your mind, and they grow thicker and faster, turning from a trickle to a torrent. They are prayers for suffering, for safety, for rain, for sun and dry lands. They are words for a ruined world, and the words for a breaking bud. They are the tumbling seasons, and birds in flight, and stars in the sky. The spire in which you stand seems to extend in height, as though its tip touched the sky, and its base lay at the center of the world. Neat. Sorry? Sorry, what? You murmur onwards, but despite the extent of your space, your prayers have ceased. No voice enters it, no voice replies. This place is empty. Your words dry up, spent, as the earth shifts again. The spire is once more silent. Wordlessly, the gorilla moves away from you. In this place, there is nothing, only silence. What did I just do? Am I a god now? Lie down here. You'd lie down gratefully and close your eyes. Sleep. But your sleep is not without interruption. In the dead of night, you are stirred by a bright light piercing over your eyes. Turn over. You roll over and shield your face. Ignore. No! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to turn over as and look at it. Shit! I wanted to look! Oh, no. Oh, man. Into the monastery of F.A. Fortuita, disguise your captain, to talk to Shadrach Stone. Ugh. Dawn arrives. Search the space. You investigate around the shrine and find nothing but a rotten ladder attached to one wall, most of its rungs missing. The knight's visitor has left no trace to prove themselves, not a mere phantom. I fucked up, dude. I messed up. I didn't want to do that. Oh, man. But, like, check out how much I have to do to fix that. That one mistake. I would have to go all the way back here in order to fix that. Oh, no. I didn't mean to click that. No. Oh. What do I do? See, man, I don't... I'm feeling a little bad about this game mechanic. That this is a thing that I have to face. I didn't even mean to click it. I just slept through something important. I don't know what. Alright, well, eat an apple. You break your fast and try not to think about what you will eat tomorrow. Ah. Oh man. Man, I wanna look at... I can't even look at my deity. Oh no, my gorilla. Okay. The stalks nearby shiver, and then the snake you saw earlier bursts up. You twist away as it rears up and goes for your neck, and your blade is out before it can disappear again, and you track it with your hawk's eyes. Fight, hide, or cast spell. Of course I cast a spell, dude. Raz, no. Law, no. 6, maybe. Sap, maybe. Foff. I mean, something else is probably going to happen to tempt me to restart from the beginning, and frankly, maybe I just treat this one as like the what's the worst that could happen route, you know? See what I can do. I really regret sleeping through that, and I'm sure I'm going to regret something else moving forward. So once I regret enough things, perhaps then I'll give it another shot, see what other things I can discover. I like seeing everything there is, so I am playing the game how I enjoy it anyway. Man, I can't find any good spells to cast. I guess I'll just sap the snake. I don't know what the snake's here for. You gather up the stars to design around you, letting the will to fight sap out of the snake. The creature does not entirely lose its predator's instinct and still readies to attack. Its movements are sluggish, though, and it will be easier to defeat. Yeah, it would have been trivial to defeat anyway. I mean, it looks very weak. I don't know how much strength it has. 6? 6 probably more than it can. Oh, fuck. The serpent's great coils are winding around your feet. In a moment, they will tighten and snap your ankles. You slash out at it, hoping to cut off its head as it rears back out of reach. It sidles away, hissing. I'm gonna go for another 6, I think. Yeah. There we go. The terrible creature can barely hold up its neck. Launching on your heels, you lunge for the beast's neck, catching it unguarded. Coils around you, moving with silent grace. Spooky. And one more. Snaps and bites the air. And there we go, serpents and dead. I hope that wasn't an important serpent. Stalks break and crack around you as they walk. The early morning sun makes things glow. I think that's what it said. I don't know, do I want to examine the field? No, I have a limited amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and go back out here. See what's up. Open the door. Slip through. Door's open just wide enough to get through. Nice. Okay. Now I really need food though, don't I? Continuing along the path, the maze of streets. Let's see what's over here. Leads into a ruined portion of the citadel. A few clouds drift across the sky. I was hoping to go up here. Whatever. Let's see what's over here. The road ends in a tall wall of obsidian black bricks, tall enough to keep out a giant, but the wall is crumbled, brought down by the piercing gripweed vines that cover its length. You could scramble over the fallen stones and inside easily enough. As the morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. Look over the wall. You scramble up onto the block and peer over the wall. Beyond it stretches an empty region of lapping water from which tall, isolated, gloomy towers rise. Strange noises reach you from across the wall. Spooky. Yeah, sure. I'll climb over the wall, see what's up. You scramble up and over the broken wall onto a narrow strand of stone on the edge of a watery pool. Towers rise on all sides, connected by spidery paths. Sand is scattered all over the edge of the pool. Collect up some sand, hell yeah. The path between towers awaits. You leave the shade of the wall and follow the stepping stones across the water. Everywhere the signs of ruin abound. Weeds crack the stones, turret roofs, buttresses have collapsed into heaps. Why has the Archmage allowed such ruins? Surely the rumors of his death cannot be true. As the sun climbs the sky, winds rise. What is this place? It looks like no part of Mampang you have yet encountered. The air itself is somehow different. There is a tension here. The air feels tightened, as though the world is stretched thin here, taut, drum skin pulled over a too-wide frame. It feels as though the tiniest step might unleash a powerful rupture. Look at the stars. You look up at the stars, but can find nothing. The starlight seems to bend and divert before it can reach you, as though being funneled away. What is happening in this place? The path splits here, with the shortest way leading up to an arched doorway near the tower. Look at the tower. It's squat, ugly, with a low, slightly squalid archway leading inside. So he's like siphoning the magic from this place, right? There's so many. Cool. No! I didn't mean to do that. That's the second time I've done... Oh, no! Why would you make it a mechanic that you can't undo things? I make mistakes, man. I make mistakes. Go back. No. Oh my god. Alright. Like I said, this is the worst possible case. Oops. Middle of the day is unforgivingly hot. At the past, you see two laborers leaning on their shovels next to it, but I still don't understand, the shorter one is saying. Listen in. What's there to understand? Companion replies, we need to dig this trench. I know that, but why? What's it for? What's going on in the trench? I see, yes, the other laborer says. It's a problem. What? All day long we fix walls and dig holes because Filch tells us to. Well, who tells Filch? Somebody's in charge of him. Way the city is, isn't it? Everyone has a place and a task. Stretches all the way to the Archmage. We're digging a trench because he has a plan. The Archmage? Don't tell me you believe in the Archmage, really? Of course I do. That's why I'm happy digging this trench, and you aren't. I know that the Archmage has a plan for Mampang, keeping us safe from out there. Gestures of the walls. And part of that plan includes this trench. I've never met anyone that's spoken to him or even seen him. So even if he does exist, why should I trust his plans? The taller laborer looks out at the sky. What else would you do? Keep listening? Sure, I'll keep listening. I suppose you're right. Archmage or no, we have a job to do. I could always come by in a few weeks and see what went in here. That would be a start. He goes back to digging. I just think if this Archmage wants the trench dug so badly, her words are punctuated by a thunk of her shovel. He can come do it himself. The workers fall silent as they begin their work. Look at the trench. It's about 6 feet long, 4 feet wide, and goes down some depth. Approach him. You walk over to him and ask what they're discussing. The taller worker looks at his companion. She's simply wondering about her place in the world, why we're digging this trench, and so forth. She scowls. I just want to know why. Who ordered it? What's going in it? Do something else. Such as dig another trench, build a wall, mix a potion? I'm happy in my role. Don't misunderstand me. I just want to know how I fit into Mampang. I keep telling you, we carry out the wishes of the Archmage. She rolls her eyes. A poor answer. Ghosts don't have wishes. You do not believe the Archmage is real? Aren't I dressed like a captain? Whatever. She shakes her head, much to the dismay of her companion. Why would I? I have never seen him, nor met anyone who has. It's a tale, like the land beyond the mountains. I mean, might have been real once, but 1,000 years ago, long dead now. Then who runs Mampang? The other laborer demands, hissing under his breath now. He might have retreated into his tower, but we are still doing his bidding. His will keeps the world together. There's more to the world than Mampang. Perhaps. I'm not sure what I believe. Mountains exist, surely, for they block the sun, but what is beyond them? Some guards tell stories of long-dead civilizations rising from the sand, or whole cities that float on water. Just as believable as an archmage who whittles just decades away in sleep. Jeez, sorry. I didn't expect whittles to be there, says his companion. He shrugs again. But at least with him, we can trust our eyes and ears, can we not? We see what needs to be done, even if we don't understand it. All right, neat. I must go, you tell them. The tall man nods. The woman spits into the ground. Archmage or not, we'd better dig this trench. There is money, after all. Just having a nice jaunt. Nice little jog. I'm gonna see if I can go up this street again. No, that's... never mind. I can't. Can't go up the street. There's plenty of empty space, lined with straw. The interior is dark. Search the straw. You search around with the straw to find if anything has been left behind. In one corner you find a jewel of gold? In this warehouse? Isn't that one of the most powerful magical objects? Whatever. I found a jewel of gold. Hooray! Should have gone there to sleep. I mean, I did have like some kind of powerful experience in the spire that I slept through. So back outside the monastery. Move this way. Sun is now in the lowest quarter of the sky. The beggar. Let's go see what's up in the center. Exploring. Sun is almost set and the sky has turned a deep purple. It will be dark soon. You stride out into the middle of the public square where Mampang's inhabitants go about their business. In the center is a huge statue of a faceless man holding a crown aloft. The Archmage. Cast a spell. What can I cast? Doc. Resurrect the dead. Oh, interesting. Tell. Far? In the middle of the square? Can I? I shouldn't make choices like that. I can't rewind. You settle into a sitting position on the ground and take out the orb of crystal. You craft the enchantment and suddenly find yourself someplace quite new. This room is filled with skeletons who crawl over one another in terrible clacking and knocking of bones. Knocking. Above them hangs a dark, dripping shape. Look up. You look up at the shape and see the enormous, ruined eye staring back. Water pools from an oversized tongue and sparkling as it falls. The vision fades. Oh, what? Okay. Many people here are simply passing through. Several are browsing the market on the west side. You also spot several guards to the north, clustered around a road that leads upward. Alright. Use tell. Yeah, that's what captains do. They use tell. They use tell. Yeah. Drawing the skullcap from your pack, you weave the enchantment. From all around the square come a multitude of thoughts. You concentrate to pick one out. Nearby monk is shaking with fear. Those red eyes. He murmurs to himself, they are God-fearing, but I fear them. Okay. Guards are patrolling frequently here. You'll have to be careful to blend in, but your captain's uniform should help. Alright, well, I'm going to make a move. See if I can go straight for the north gate. North side. Hey, fellow guards. This section is dominated by a wide road that leads upward to the inner tower. Guards flank the way, scowling at anyone who gets too close. Nearby you also spot a pillory with a lone prisoner shackled in. The bustling market is in full swing further north. Darkness closes in. Darkness closes in. Let me let this prisoner out. Any enemy of the Archmages is a friend of mine. Stocks are empty. It seems prisoners are returned to their cells. I just saw a guy right here, right? Look at the stocks. They're firmly built from wood, black with tarring of some kind. The lock seems simple enough, however. Surely, in a fortress of sorcerers, such a thing could not hold anyone for long. You could head out into the square, or cut across the guarded road that goes uphill from here. Ay, ay, ay. A few yards from the square, a group of guards blocks the road. They stand casual but alert, sheltering the shade of the nearby hut. Two of them hold snarling dogs on chains. Look at the road. The road is wide and clear, rising rock on either side, with a drop on the other. There is no places to hide. Look at the guards. You take a moment to watch the guards. They stand in a loose huddle, watching the road to the south. You might be able to slip around the hut and take the road beyond without being seen. One of the guards spies you and stomps forward. Taken in by your disguise, the guards give you a sharp salute. All right? Long shift? Aye, yes. Been here for hours. Nothing going on, of course. Looking forward to watching the fights in the mess hall. Sir. Where's your captain? At this post? Haven't got one. Most captains are running around like chickens, barring yourself, of course, trying to get everyone tidied up. What with these new generals coming in. I suppose we will get absorbed into the army once they start marching. General? What? I have to ask about either one? That seems mighty suspicious that I wouldn't know. Generals? Not seen them? Well, soon you will. There's a few of them, mysterious-like, supposed to help lead the army against the old world. I've only seen the Vanguard General, myself. Tall as a horse. I need to go through. Guard shakes her head. Normally I would let you through, but we're supposed to be tightening security. We shouldn't let anyone through without express business. Why's that? Don't you know, sir? Order from the Archmage himself, I hear. The whole fortress is tightening. The city will follow soon, so it won't be long now. As you speak, a passing beggar stumbles to the ground. Watch it! She yells to the beggar and shoves him aside. The beggar, clearly drunk, mumbles an apology. Not good enough! The guard snarls, advancing on him. Encourager? There's a distraction. I could slip by. Poor beggar, though. Yeah, easy now. Not worth the violence. She looks over his shoulder. What's that? He shoved me. I'm gonna teach him to respect the guards. Restrainer? I don't know. They seem pretty corrupt around here. I imagine violence is probably a normal thing among the guards. Do nothing. Whatever. I spoke my... Guard raises her slices the man's legs from behind. He collapses and tries to rise. He won't be running from anything for a while now. The beggar crawls away, howling. You should leave beggars alone, you say flatly. Is that right? She retorts. Clearly she's furious. Knock her down. You throw a punch to the side of her head as she ducks. Spinning around, her hand goes to her sword. She stares at you, then lets the hand drop. Not worth killing a captain on duty. Would be the stocks for me. She straightens to her full height, 2 inches shorter than you. But if I see you again, I'll run you through. Enough of this, she says. No one goes through here without business. You lack any, so we have nothing more to speak about. The guard crosses her arms, scowling at you. Other guards may be about nearby. Guess the spell? I don't know. I mean, I'm a captain. I'm supposed to know magic, right? Dim. Raz. I'm tempted to do dim. Can't tell. Law sounds. What if I dim and then use law? Let's see about that. I'm gonna use dim. Reaching up to the constellations above, you create the spell, and the guards' islands flutter and seem to droop. Step aside, you insist. I can't, she replies, though you can tell she is less certain. I'm a guard. Of course, you can move along now. Thank you, soldier. Scooch. Continue climbing. Look ahead. Rising towards a walled encampment. A few narrow windows overlook the path from a moment, and for a moment you spot the beady eyes of a birdman watching you climb. Continue. There's no turning back. The road ends in a small wooden door, built into a wooden palisade. The door appears unguarded. Didn't I hear something about the doors? Oh, open the door. It is locked. Look back. There's no one in sight behind you. Climb the palisade, I guess. After a short haul, you are at the top and drop easily down to the other side. Guard encampment. I am captain. Pick yourself up. You're standing in a narrow alleyway. The wall is high on both sides. The feel is suddenly that of a fortress, tightly managed and harsh, growing like a fungus on the outside of the central tower. There will be no way back now. The night is drawing on. Look about. You notice there are fewer people here. Mampang is home to many, but as you draw closer to the Archmage's inner sanctum, there will be fewer citizens and far more guards. The casual cruelty of this place will only grow worse. You are entering a hornet's nest now. The alleyway runs to the right, but to the left is a low iron doorway. The door to the city is locked. Try a key? No, thank you. I'm fine with the doorway. Doorway is a tiny grill at eye level from which floats a rich smell. I'm going to go inside. You could approach the door or make your way down the alley, but there's no way back over the palisade. Definitely not. Can I get some dinner? Heavy chill settles around your shoulders. You stand by a solid metal door set into the stone wall. You don't fancy your chances of breaking it down. Look at the door. Door is dented and scratched, as though people have tried to break it down before, but all the dents point outwards into the alley, as though what was inside tried to escape. Fortunately, perhaps, the door is firmly locked. There is a tiny grill at eye level. Foff. Dop. Tell? Sure, tell. Spin the constellations into a skullcap, takes hold, but when you reach out with the spell, there's no mines within the vicinity. There's nobody behind the door. Look through the grill. Put your eye to the grill, and a moment later, somebody pokes it with a finger. You stagger back, blinking furiously. Who's that? Demands a voice through the door. You're surprised to hear a voice, since your spell found no mines on the other side. I'm from the guard. Oh, finally! I was hoping to have someone new for me. It's been rather boring lately. Remember to stay to the left. You hear the grinding of machinery, then a click as the door swings forward on its own accord. In a short while, a wide corridor is in front of you, but there's no sign of any guard. Yeah, okay, I'll walk into this. We got, like, the mansion of Jindosh over here? What's up with this? Sounds cool. I was checking something. Yep. Keep to the left? Sure. As you walk down the corridor, you hug the left wall as you were told to. Halfway down, a huge flail swings down from a hidden chain, filling the rest of the corridor. You hear a resounding laugh echoing from the chamber through a low arch at the far end. So it's like a trap tunnel, or... You duck through an archway and nearly gag from the stench. Dried blood paints the wall, and the floor scattered... Oh, this is the torturer! Scattered from around the room are grisly instruments to torture. I got a torturer ad, a thingamajig note. Torture note. Second, secret crumpled statues, mismatched torch. Nagamante, the torture master. Pay respect. Okay. Yeah, alright. I'm confident with my choice now.
Hobgoblin, enjoy my surprise,
He asks, voice lisping. You could have killed me.
I know. Wasteful, really.
It's a fine place you have here. The ogre beams. Oh,
Thanks.
the ogre jabs a friendly finger at you.
What you want, anyways?
Oh, has he got, like, no thoughts, or what? Is that why he... he's an innocent boy who just loves torture. No thoughts, just a head full of torture ideas. How precious. I'm just looking around. I'm here to release your prisoners.
Prisoners? I don't have any prisoners here. This isn't a jail.
Looks offended by the... Where are the cells?
Past the commander's office.
He grumbles a little bit about being busy, then directs you to the door.
Yours should pass. Don't waste my time.
Wait, how do I reach the Archmage?
Well...
Wait, oh my goodness, it's so... The Usher path starts to bustle... Wait, how do I reach the Archmage? Well, hish not hish. Hish in shish tower. Locked up behind shows shores. And doors? Nods.
The Schroben shores.
Wait, tell me about the Throben doors.
There's traps with spells. Can't be opened without killing you.
Oh, I get it. There's no more time in this horrible place. I could have played my cards a little better there. Could have been more charismatic with the torture man. The sky is already beginning to warm in the east. Look right. Anything to worry about? No? Alright, let's keep going. Honestly, it's probably a bad idea. The Archmage has still heard rumors of you. It's probably a bad idea to be, like, freeing the prisoners with no foresight whatsoever. You make your way along the alley, looking about furtively. Luckily, the few creatures who see you don't challenge you. Must be morning by now. You've been awake all night and are weaker for it. Yeah. You pass a low wooden door. Look at the door. The door is unmarked and appears unlocked. The wood is warped and rain-sodden. I'm interested in the door. Turreted room. So that's probably the offices mentioned, right? No, that's just the door. Door opens and you step inside. A cool, quiet space. This was clearly someone's quarters once, but they have long since cleared out, leaving nothing behind but a dent in the straw that lines the walls. Look at the straw. Sorry, what happened? You hunt through the straw a little and pull your hand back as something bites you. You look down at your fingers to see 2 large welts growing on your forearm. That's a rat. If that is a rat bite, so be it. But if it's a spider, it could be quite serious. I mean, I have plenty of Bloomberry potions. Fuck it, I'm drinking one. All traces of hunger are gone. You know, I didn't even have rations, so sure. The welts on your thumb begin to fade after a moment. Time to move on. Man. Air is cold. Look ahead. Looking ahead, you see whatever... Either side of the alley. Pretty sure I've already read that. The alley turns slightly here, following the curve of the cliff. At the far end, you spot 2 birdmen guards, standing by an iron door. They have either not noticed you, or your disguise is keeping you safe. Another narrow door on the right, a little further along the alley. The air stirs a little, still cold but fresh. You'd best not hang around here in the open. I want to see what's up with the iron door. I'm like going in teeny tiny baby steps. The guards at the far end of the alley take no notice. Look at the door. Door's about chest height and hanging open. A small bell with a pull string is set above it. Enter the door? Sure. You walk right in. Yeah, I'll walk right in. Just looking around, taking an assessment. Ducking to enter, you discover everything in this room is tiny. Chairs at knee height, a 3-foot-long bed, and a ceiling to match. Precariously sitting on one of the chairs is a very small ogre and a hairless, ugly dwarf. Greetings, you declare. The creature blinks twice and turns its head, finally noticing you. Then it all but falls from its chair with a yelp. There's a bell for a reason! It wails from the floor. No, it wails from the floor. Just because you're here to laugh doesn't mean I should be frightened to death. The creature? Well, some kind of mutant, but a fairly unremarkable one. Its main appearance is one of stockiness and grumpiness. I love his face. Why would I laugh? I'm not stupid, you know. People think I am, but I'm not. Look in the room, you notice how disproportionate the creature is. It is far too large for the tiny furniture. Even though it is small, the room appears designed to make it seem like a giant. I'm not going to laugh at you. The creature looks at you with wonder. Why not? It's quite wrong. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Who are you? Nibdum. I'm here because the Archmage finds my condition amusing. Condition? I'm a mutant. A failed experiment. Have I met others like you? Created by the Archmage. The Archmage was trying to cross ogres and dwarves. He wanted something strong and loyal, as an ogre, but small enough to fit into the mines. Alright. What happened? You don't look like a miner. What happened? Look at me! Can't you see what happened? No. You're just... I mean, it looks like... It worked. It looks like it worked, dude. What are you talking about? You look like an ogre crossed with a dwarf. You know the Archmage? Hardly. He's the one who forces me to live in this pint-sized room, though he rarely visits. Heard a rumor the Archmage was dead. You haven't seen him? What? No, not recently. He's been holed up in the tower of his. He's plotting something. Hold up. Haven't you heard? He's all worried about something. A guard told me he looked into the future and saw his own doom. I think by even letting him hear a rumor, it caused him to check his future, and now he knows that I'm coming for him. The passage outside ends in a door. Just walk through, Nibdum replies. You're a guard, aren't you? Thanks for the chat, Nibdum says. I don't get to talk to many people here these days. It stays in its chair, smiling ever so slightly. Oh, I love that guy. Love Nibdum. Eliand? Where's the Birdman? Birdman. You're nearing the end of the alleyway and the guarded iron door. Another rather narrow door is nearby. Oh, the iron door. Iron door is a large slab guarded by 2 birdmen. They have seen you but have yet to react. This door must lead into the inner fortress proper. Look at the narrow door. Leaning over the pass, leaning over to press your ear against the narrow door, you hear high-pitched murmurs through the old wood. Why would I do that in front of the guards, though? Peek into the narrow door. You see a low table scattered with feathers. Sounds like a birdman habitat here. I don't know, I wonder if I can go and charm the birdmen, you know? Slip inside. It's a birdman nest. Birdman barracks, that's why it's got a hole in the roof. Close the door behind you, glad to be away from the guards' prying eyes. The chamber you enter is rough, carved with a spur of rock. The ceiling is open to the sky. But as you enter, 3 birdmen look up from their dice game, staring at you intently. You're reminded You're reminded of an Analand phrase, hiding from the snatticats in a stranglebush. Greet them. I don't know what... I don't want to tempt them by... Greet thems. Greetings! The birdmen continued to stare dumbfounded. Ask for directions to the guard commander. Forgive my intrusion. Oh, which way to the commander's office? And why would you need to know that? The birdman replies, curiously clacking a talon on the table. I want to avoid the commander. The birdmen pause for a moment, then laugh. Ha ha! Everyone has something to hide. Commander's office is through the Iron Way. At the end of this hall, I suggest you turn back to the lower city. There's nothing but guards around here. Round up here. One of the silent ones points at you, and then lifts up his arm. You notice a curious SS shape marked under his arm. Ask about the mark. What's that mark on your arm? An injury from killing humans. Cast the spell? You open up your arms to cast the spell, but the birdman whacks you painfully with his halberd. Not a chance. Alright, bye. Well, I'll be leaving now. Birdmen stare, but do not make a move to stop you. You exit the room, great. I wanted to play dice with them, dude. Size up the guards. Cast a sidelong glance at the guards by the far door, sizing them up. They are birdmen, tall, strong, with savage clawed talons and beaks like pickaxes. One is missing a wing. They have seen you, but do not approach or call out, instead holding to their post. Beyond the iron door, you can make out movement in the yard beyond. Excuse me, soldiers. You approach the soldiers at the alley's end. The two birdmen guards stiffen as you approach, gripping their halberds more tightly. Greetings. What do you want? The bird maid said, clipping her words. Stand aside, soldier. You declare, relying on your uniform to carry you through. But the crossed halberds do not move. Captains have authority in the city. That does not grant free movement up here. Let me pass. Your tone stops them in their track. Why? Who are you? I'm the Archmage himself. I'm the Archmage. The bird maid howls with laughter. The Archmage? No one sees the Archmage. What a crock. She continues to laugh even as she slams the butt of her halberd into your groin, sending you flying backwards. You land on your back, impact forcing the air from your lungs. Cast a spell? You open up your arms to cast a spell, but the bird maid prances forward to step on you, your wrist. This is a fortress of sorcerers. Don't think I can't recognize magic. Dang. The bird maid holds the blade of her halberd to your neck. Her companion rouses himself, rubbing his now cracked beak. They truss you up and toss you through an iron door into the courtyard beyond. Okay. Alright. I'm in the courtyard. Hooray! Bound and gagged, you are dragged by your ankles. By two guards who mutter about the trouble caused. They gossip to passing companions about you. The tale of your exploits will soon spread through Mampang. This will make it more difficult to blend in from now, should you escape. Cast a spell. Ain't gonna work, right? You cast a spell, but with your arms tied, you cannot reach for the starlight you require. Hopefully you are dragged into the office of the commander of the guard. Hell yeah. Handsome. Look at that handsome guy. He's like a 90s hero. No, even earlier, right? When was like big hair and like shoulder pads like the go-to fantasy that whatever. Room is windowless. Karchom, commander of the guards of Mampang, sits behind a wooden desk covered in scattered parchments. Introduce yourself. Open your mouth to speak, but one of the guards smacks you about the cheek, silencing you. Who is this? Khartoum demands. Sorry, his high-pitched voice? Who is this? His high-pitched voice is an odd contrast to his grim face. An odd one, the guard says. Caught him up to no good. Is that so? Cartoon squints at your disguise. You furrow your brow to feign confusion, stumbling around the room. Commander narrows his eye. "What's the meaning of this?" he says to the guards. "Is he a jester?" "Knock the painting off the wall." "Where am I?" "Fools!" The commander growls. "You must have struck him too hard." Yes. I am... Quite a lot of guards here. The only options are attack the guards, seize the commander, or try a spell. I'm bound and gagged. What are you talking about? Cast it. It's not gonna work. It works? But... What? God? Okay, God, sure. You cast the spell and the jewel of gold begins to glint. "Fools! I was actually an illusionist the whole time, and you've fallen for my trick. I always wanted to end up in here." They stand to attention, saluting. "Archmage!" breathes the commander. Oh no. Sorry, Archmage! I had no idea you walked among us. Order him to take his own life. Order him to take me to the tower. Order him to clear the room. I don't know, that would prove my story, right? Order him to clear the room. "Clear the room," you declare. "I have need of it now." The commander nods sharply. My lord, he replies, then ushers the guards away. The far wall hangs a portrait of a lady. Search the desk, get a key, hopefully. Most are papers of requisition orders and military equipment. Not very interesting, although there do seem to be a lot of them. Then you find a sheet detailing purchases of lupine armor, countersigned by one Vic Seneschal. It seems the Citadel has bought a score of them, with an order for hundreds more. Look at the portrait. Okay, there's a little teeny tiny picture. Look over the portrait, but make nothing of it, particularly. The back of it is written Celestine. Smash the portrait. No. Look at the armaments. Look at the weapons on the wall of the room. There's nothing stand out, certainly. Nothing better than your legendary sword. Look at the wardrobes. The wardrobes is a captain's uniform, presumably Khartoum's old one from before he was promoted. It's not as pleasant as the one you already wore. Alright. Seems like a bad place to wait around. Oh, the cells, eh? Well, the thing is, if I let them out, they'll probably die, right? Yeah, because, like, they're in the middle of the city, in the fortress, surrounded by trained and armored soldiers. I mean, best case, they can grab a weapon, but then what? They're unarmored. They're untrained. Well, I don't know about everyone. Plus, maybe they're like ogres or something. It's ogre jail. See, what I would like is if I could go clear the square and then enter the cells. Oh. Yeah, let me go to the cells, see what's up. Oh, I gotta go, though. I'll explore the cells next time. Bye-bye.